This episode contains graphic violence that may be unsettling or disgusting for some viewers. Listener discretion is advised. Previously on Ruins Season 2.
In the dark town of Akuma, at the eerie hour of 3 a.m., the dead body of Dean Hansen became possessed by Lucif, the devil. Lucif restored his decaying form and encountered two people, a doctor and a volunteer whom he killed. As Lucif pondered his next move, he was startled by the unexpected voice of Dean Hansen himself, seemingly back from the land of the dead.
Is everything alright, Lucif?
No, everything is not alright, Dean. How the hell are you talking to me right now? You're dead. I killed you. I watched the last breath leave your body.
You killed me? I don't remember that.
Wait, you don't remember me killing you?
Nope, not at all. The last thing I remember was all of the police surrounding us. So wait, you killed me?
No, that was just a test to see if it's actually you I'm speaking with.
Oh, okay. You scared me there for a second, Lucif. And who else would you be talking to? There's no one around.
There could be unwanted visitors from the spirit realm frolicking about, especially in a hospital morgue such as this.
What are we doing at a morgue?
That is a story for another time, Dean. For now, we must leave.
Where are we going?
Back to my home. That will take a while, though, because I have to get the rest of my abilities transferred to this body. Excuse me, your body.
How do you get the rest of your powers?
By killing. And I think I have my next victims.
Lucif said with a smile. At that moment, a door down the hall opened, and two doctors came out.
I want to show you a glimpse of my power. Finger velocity. Finger triggered vortex.
Lucif raised his hands in the air and pointed with both his fingers at the doctors. He began to spin his pointer fingers in a circle, each time becoming more faster than the last. The air around his fingers began to become visible and started spinning into two vortices. Instantly, the two doctors flew backward into Lucif's hands.
And now, melting embrace.
Lucif yelled. Black flame shot from his hands, covering the doctors. The doctor's skin began to bubble and boil. Bits of flesh began to fall off into a liquid pile on the floor. Lucif then slammed them into the ground, and they popped like a balloon. He got up and wiped a bit of liquid flesh off his face.
And that's what I call power.
What the hell? Where did they go?
They're in a different, let's call it, dimension now. One that is between life and death, and heaven and hell.
That's crazy. You are crazy, but in a good way.
Why, thank you, Dean. In return, I will grant you a body to call your own.
How can you? There is no one around.
That's exactly it, Dean. I'll create one for you. By killing those two doctors, I'm now able to use one of the abilities in Infernal Convergence. That power is fire manipulation. I can create anything I want from my fire, including an empty body that can hold a soul. Now just describe to me what you want your new body to look like.
I would like him to look like we do currently, just very strong. Is that possible?
Request granted. And now, Infernal Convergence, fire manipulation.
He placed his hand on the ground. A large flame shot up. It stayed there for a couple of seconds, but then it began to spin. It spun for 10 seconds, and then it disappeared. In its place stood a body that was perfectly still.
Voila! A new body was created. And now for a modified version of Soul Rupture.
What's soul rupture?
You know it as Samina. I didn't like that name, so I changed it.
Hold on. Doesn't soul rupture hurt like hell?
Maybe. Let's find out, shall we?
Lucif placed his left hand on his head and made it into a half-heart shape. He raised his right hand up and pointed it at the body, also making it into a half-heart shape.
Soul Rupture. Samina Transfer.
A pure white strand shot out of Lucif's right hand, hitting the body in the head. It began to tremor violently. Then it abruptly stopped. It fell forward and crashed into the ground.
Dean, are you still in my head? Dean, are you in the body?
Yeah.
Dean pushed himself off the ground.
Whoa. This feels weird. Moving a body around again.
You'll get used to it. Come now. We need to get moving. I can't afford to waste time.
Okay. I'm right behind you, Lucif.
At the same time, somewhere far up above, known as heaven, a new story begins. Seraphina, the divine herald, sat at the foot of the celestial glimmer lake, watching the chaos of the earth intensify.
Why must humans do such things as this? Yelling, fighting, killing. There is no point at all. It makes no sense.
I don't know why. You sit there at the lake every day, watching Earth destroy itself. There's no reason to cry over things you can't control. Seraphina.
Oh, I didn't see you there, Grandpa. I'm sorry, but it's just not right what they are doing. Have you seen the stuff people do to their own children? It's inhumane. It's just not right. I need to help the Earth. I need to fix its brokenness.
Oh, Seraphina, dear. There is nothing you can do. I we all we all want change, but in the grand scheme of things, it's up to God himself to appoint someone to help. And he hasn't done that in a while. Now has he, Seraphina?
I know, but maybe if I show him a certain someone, that might get his interest.
And who might that be, Seraphina?
His name is Lucif. He is Satan's human form. He has been controlling a poor boy named Dean Hansen for a long time now, trying to get his body to use as his vessel to bring his true form to Earth.
That could never happen, Seraphina. He has been banished. He could never return to Earth. There is no possible way for him to be controlling a poor boy. It's insanity that you would even speak of his name up here, the land of God.
But I'm speaking truth, Grandpa. He really is back. Let me show you.
Seraphina stuck her hand into the celestial glimmer lake and spoke to it.
In heavenly whispers, I beseech the lake. Celestial glimmer, thy radiance awake. For Lucif's grasp on Dean, a darkened plight. Reveal his tyranny, bathe him in your light.
As Seraphina finished speaking, the celestial glimmer lake responded with a shimmering grace. Its still surface began to ripple, revealing a translucent canvas upon which the tapestry of events unfolded. The waters of the lake displayed vivid images in ethereal hues. The scene materialized, and before Seraphina and her grandpa's eyes, the plight of Dean Hansen unfurled. The image flickered into existence, depicting Dean, a mere boy, lost in the depths of despair. His eyes, once filled with innocence, now mirrored the shadows that clouded his soul. The lake's waters mirrored his anguish, reflecting the weight upon his fragile shoulders. With each passing moment, The image is shifted, revealing the manipulative presence of Lucif. His dark silhouette slithered through Dean's life, a puppeteer pulling the strings of his misery. The lake's waters shimmered with an ominous gleam, capturing the malevolence that ensnared the young soul.
Oh my, Seraphina, you are correct. I'm sorry for not believing you. This is bad, really bad. We must warn the Celestial Council immediately before this gets out of hand.
I told you, Grandpa, this is not good. Let's get moving.